Hi Leo, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your weekly tarot reading for the week of March 7th to the 13th, 2022. Thank you so much for joining me. And I do want to remind you, as always, this is general, so simply take what resonates and don't stress over what doesn't. But as well, I want to remind you and thank you in advance for your likes, comments, and subscriptions to this lovely channel if you haven't done so already. Thank you in advance. And they said so damn showy. Well, I mean, we're Leos. Anyways, what else was I going to say? To book a personal reading with myself, just reach out via email. You'll see all the options you need down below or to choose from, and just reach out via email. I'll get that started for you. Bear with me. To begin, the overall message for us, because I'm a Leo sun if you're new to the channel, a shocking transformation begins. A shocking transformation begins. And the song of the week that Spirit chose for us to speak upon our week on shuffle. Did I just repeat myself? Bear with me. Bouncing Off the Ceiling, Upside Down by 18s. Flashback to my childhood. Very upbeat and positive song. And I'll leave that down below for you to utilize. All right, we're going to begin by pulling the overall focus / message for the week from the Divine Animals Oracle deck. And don't forget to stick with me till the very end of this reading to get an answer to your yes or no question, all right? So think of it along the way. We have the Soul Butterfly here at the bottom of the deck, absolutely relevant to our reading, talking about our individual transformation at this time, feeling like it's just a very colorful week where we're being a little bit mysterious strategically. But all the meanwhile, it just feels like there's a lot blossoming in our life, a lot taking place in a very, they're saying, elegant way, as there is also a focus on our responsibilities, feeling and exuding that very responsible energy. Okay, let's do some shuffling and see what comes out for Leo for this upcoming week. Ooh, underlining focus on truth, speaking your truth, wanting other people to, but then being like, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. You know, I have enough connections in my life at this point. Okay, the confidence exuding, to say the least. There is a focus on a little bit of fear and intuition all the meanwhile. They're saying a huge focus on your intuition, all right? Needing to take whatever you're fearing at this time and trusting your intuition to make the best out of what lies ahead, or to pick and choose and discard what doesn't work for you anymore, right? To select individuals, connections, situations, investments that are going to work for you moving forward. If you fear a level of financial lack in your future, I need to discard that at this time and trust that you deserve the stability that's meant for you moving forward, okay? But we also have prosperity and prosperity peacock and wisdom owl. It just feels like you're entering a very peaceful stage of your life where you're pushed to recognize how much of you is meant to be shown to the world. They're saying all of it. I need to recognize that you're the peacock of the zodiac. Interesting. And by that, I think they're just trying to say that you are a sign that loves to be in the spotlight, right? At times retracting and loving your hermit mode, but all the meanwhile not being afraid to show off or have all eyes peeled on you. It's like, well, damn, it's about time people watch me or notice me, right? And just feeling a little bit dramatic throughout the week, but not overly exuding oneself, but feeling very wise, being reminded by spirit in other situations, potentially from the universe for other people, that you are one wise individual from all the BS you've dealt with, from all the situations that have succeeded, but even more so from the ones that didn't. And it's like, it feels as if there was one difficult situation recently that taught you so much, more than you even recognize at this time. But in the upcoming weeks, you'll soon be able to put your finger on those lessons, on the wisdom, the knowledge you actually have gained. What feels like it just isn't recognizable at this time, but purposeful, okay? You're going to find that it's a week where you see yourself going through this beautiful, they're saying peacock transformation, as people see the colors of your feathers, and you strategically decide when to show off a little bit, but not fully, okay? All right, very interesting beginning. So let's pull from the Light Seers deck to continue for the main part of the reading. You'll be thinking about your savings this week for one reason or another. It feels like, going back to the overall message, yeah, it's a bit of a shocking week where your energy kind of dips and then goes up and then dips and goes up, but it helps you adapt to certain situations, even how your mind's feeling at that time. But it's like, yeah, you're going through a few different transformations within and in your situations, but it just feels like people you cross paths with, people you see on the street even, people who see you on social media, see you going through a transformation that is unrecognizable or just leaves you seeming unrecognizable, but in a good way. It just shows that you've been changing so much, regardless of how long it's been. Wow. And look what we have with the split deck. We have the Six of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. Gaining a level of control over your situation, or at least feeling that way. Thinking about your money once again, holding your cards close to your brave, strong Leo chest, but being put in the spotlight all the meanwhile. Spirit saying, take a bow. Take a bow. The work you're producing this week and have been recently is quite astounding. It's impressive. And did you see how the cards came away? It was like the curtains were being pulled to the side, releasing any negativity and embracing your beautiful, positive, optimistic side, and just showing off all the meanwhile, accepting your spot at center stage when it feels right for you, okay? Or when Spirit chooses that spot for you. But it just feels like there's a nice balance throughout the week between your alone time, your chance to show off, and your chance to just produce and gain rewards all the meanwhile. It's part of your transformation. But it's like you do feel with the Two of Swords coming out as if you're blind to the future of a certain connection or multiple, or where a certain move of residence or a certain job's going to go. But it's like you don't need to know it all, but if you look within, you have some of the answers, right? And maybe not all of them, but you have enough to move forward. Keep putting the effort in, keep watering whatever you feel you're meant to be doing on this path of yours. Whatever you feel is going to give you a sense of freedom and stability in the future, even if it hasn't helped you achieve all of which just yet. Keep watering your damn project is what they're saying. Keep doing you, Leo. People are impressed by how peaceful you are in the midst of producing, in the midst of succeeding, in the midst of a lot of difficulties that you've had to overcome. Okay? It just feels like you're learning more about yourself this week, to say the very least, and other people through your individual transformation. People's true colors are showing, and there's a focus on a specific connection that you didn't expect to transform in the way it is throughout this week. Feeling ready to go as well. Wow, the bottom of the deck being very relevant. As the past becomes very apparent, very present, remembering a lot about your individual past, the ups and downs, the lefts and rights, you name it. Maybe even your childhood. You feel ready to go, ready to explore the world, ready to travel, ready to see that wheel turn in a different kind of successful manner. Okay? Ready to see your level of justice and balance come into play, and being very, very honest with oneself as to what no longer works for you and what will work moving forward. Your honesty coming from your own individual mouth, weird wording, assisting and helping other people in ways that people wouldn't expect. Okay? Your happiness being relevant all the meanwhile. The way I'm pulling these cards is not normal for my readings, but we're not trying to be normal anymore if we once were. We're trying to be us. We're trying to be honest with oneself and other people about the transformation that we're experiencing at this time, even if all of which isn't completely clear to oneself. Our happiness taking a huge priority, wanting other people to be happy all the meanwhile, but it just feels like underneath it all, there's a bit of heartbreak that needs to be healed. You've been through a lot. People have damaged you to a certain extent, but screw it, you know? It doesn't mean you can't go through that healing behind closed doors and then come out and shine like the true Leo you are, embracing that transformation and keeping that hope alive all the meanwhile, being a week that reminds you that you're a star in the making. And I just feel like you are hanging from the tree of wisdom and sharing that selectively with people, as it helps you show off in your own individual way. And it's a week where, especially towards the end, I feel the need to say, you recognize that a beginning is leaving you with more abundance, but an ending also helps you gain some as well. And I just feel like your cup is overflowing this week in ways that are almost you didn't realize you desired. And moving forward, just embracing the change, I feel like the following weeks are going to bring you more and more abundance as you go through this unbelievable transformation that leaves jaws dropping and people just seeing you in a completely different successful light. Wow. Let's answer your question. They just said this 10 of Cups lifestyle is yours for the taking. Yours. For Leo. I'm not used to doing this with my face showing, but for Leo. Alrighty, you got an answer of no. It's a good no, okay? You got a no. So I hope this reading was truly helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Don't forget to reach out to book a personal reading via email. And I hope you have an amazing week, and I'll definitely see you next time. Bye, Leo.